Right now, in 2025, Native nations are buying back their stolen ancestral lands, taking control of national parks, and reclaiming sacred sites, and it's happening so fast that the mainstream media hasn't widely covered what might be the biggest land transfer back to indigenous peoples in modern history. Want to know which tribes are winning their land back right now and why this movement is unstoppable? In 2020, the Esselen Tribe of California reclaimed 1,200 acres of their ancestral Big Sur coastline after being landless for 250 years. Wealthy conservation groups helped purchase the land and return it to the tribe, proving that land back isn't just a slogan, it's actually happening. The Passamaquoddy tribe in Maine has been systematically buying back their territory piece by piece, recently acquiring Pine Island and surrounding lands, rebuilding their nation one purchase at a time using legal strategies and economic power that colonizers never expected them to have. In 2023, over 500 acres of California redwood forest were returned to 10 tribes, including the Wiyot and Yurok nations, giving them control over sacred groves that had been stolen and logged by timber companies. For over a century, the trees are finally back in the hands of people who protected them for thousands of years. The Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska purchased the land where their ancestors were forcibly removed from in the 1860s, literally buying back the exact territory the U.S. government stole, and they're now restoring it and teaching their children the history that happened there. Mount Rushmore sits on Paha Sapa, the sacred Black Hills that the U.S. Supreme Court admitted in 1980 were illegally stolen from the Lakota Nation. The government offered $1.3 billion in compensation, but the Lakota refused the money because the land was never for sale, and they continue fighting for its return, not a payout. The northern Arapaho tribe purchased a 140-acre bison ranch in Colorado in 2020 and returned buffalo to their ancestral grazing lands for the first time in over a century. This isn't just land, it's food sovereignty, cultural restoration, and healing generational trauma through reconnection with the animals that sustained their people. In Washington state, the Snoqualmie tribe regained ownership of Snoqualmie Falls, one of the most sacred sites in the Pacific Northwest. After decades of legal battles, a waterfall that had been turned into a tourist attraction and hydroelectric plant is now back under tribal stewardship where it belongs. The eastern Shoshone and northern Arapaho tribes are working to take over management of parts of the Wind River Range in Wyoming, shifting control of public lands from federal agencies to the nations.